What's going on, everyone? Primal Thunder here. Today we will be going over every event in Season 10, Rising Heroes. You know the drill by now. Basically, we're going to go over every event in order and talk about the pros and cons with them. So, yeah. This season we have Catch Mastery, Festival of Colors 2023, Elite Raid Regidrago, Slowpoke Community Day, Let's Go, Team Go Rocket Takeover, April Fowls Day, Spring into Spring 2023, Elite Raid Regieleki, A Mystic Hero, Togetic Community Day, Sustainability Week 2023, Stunfisk Research Day, Swinub Community Day Classic, an Instinctive Hero, Cleavor Raid Day, a Valorous Hero, Fennekin Community Day, and Rising Shadows. Catch Mastery. Pros. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop were shiny boosted. Timed Research gave you 40 encounters with Hitmontop, which gave you a good shot at getting either a shiny or a hundo. The only con is that the shiny boost was not as great as they made it out to be, and the shiny boost legit felt non-existent. YouTubers were saying that it could have been full odds, so yeah. Festival of Colors 2023. Pros. The debut of Bruxish. Blasts of colored powder were displayed at Pokestops. Collection challenge. Certain Pokemon featured were rare or meta-relevant. The return of shiny Smeargle. Smeargle was shiny boosted. And the debut of Mega Medicham. And Medicham can now be shiny in the wild. Cons, nothing in particular. These Festival of Colors events are usually always really good, so I have no complaints. Speaking of complaints, we have Elite Raid Regidrago. Pros. The debut of Regidrago. A timed research was available for winners of the Elite Raid Regidrago raids that gave out candy for Regirock, Regice, and Regirock, okay. Regirock. The raids, see, the one con is absolutely massive, is that the raids were incredibly bugged and made it so the trainers couldn't do the raids. Some people weren't rewarded for winning the raids. The rare spawns that would usually appear around the gyms would not appear. And some really unlucky players were even kicked out of their accounts for a short while, meaning their game would crash, and it would sign them out of their game, and for a little while they couldn't sign back in. So, people absolutely blasted Niantic on Twitter for this, and it was so bad, they literally had a makeup event in May for this. Slowpoke Community Day. Pros. The release of shiny Galarian Slowpoke. Slowpoke and Galarian Slowpoke evolved during given hours, became Slowbro, Slowking, Galarian Slowbro, and Galarian Slowking with the exclusive move Surf. Slowpoke and Galarian Slowpoke were greatly shiny boosted, and as a little bonus, normally to evolve into Galarian Slowbro, you would need to catch 30 Poison-type Pokemon with Galarian Slowbro as your buddy. Slowpoke, sorry. And you would need to catch Poison types because upon evolving into Slowbro, it becomes part Poison type. And since there are no Poison-type Pokemon featured during this event, it gave you a Psychic type bonus where you need to catch 30 Psychic types instead, which is the same method for evolving into Galarian Slowking. So, pretty generous of Niantic to do that. There is nothing wrong with this community day. A pretty solid comp day overall. Let's go. Pros. The return of Shiny Meltan. Ditto was appearing more frequently. Pansage, Pansear, and Panpour were appearing globally. A collection challenge. Special research. Brand new Ditto disguises were available. Reduced time for the Meltan Mystery Box cooldown. An increased chance of finding XXS or XXL Meltan. And every spawn was valuable in some way. Either it being a rare spawn, a bonus Stardust spawn, or a Ditto disguise, or a regional. This event was perfectly fine. It was probably one of the best events in the whole season, which is really not saying much because you'll find that especially later in this video, there are a lot of stinkers in here. Team Go Rocket Takeover. Pros. The debut of Shadow Regice. The release of Shadow Shiny Murkrow and Shadow Shiny Larvitar. The return of Shadow Shiny Teddiursa. Certain Shadow Shiny Pokemon can now be obtained from Grunts, which is a revolutionary change because it makes Shiny Shadows far more accessible to free-to-play players. The move Frustration was removable. And the debut of Shadow Alolan Grimer, Shadow Phanpy, Shadow Trico, Shadow Torchic, and Shadow Drifloon. Cons, nothing in particular. Team Rocket events are usually always pretty good because they allow you to get some really good Pokemon and really rare shiny Pokemon. Unfortunately, it all goes downhill from here because we have April Fowls Day. Pros include special research and an increased chance of finding XXS and XXL Pidgey. That's literally it. This event was literally just a glorified Pidgey Spotlight Hour. It was it was honestly a huge downgrade from previous April Fool's Day events because last year so many people were getting Shiny Ditto. This year new players are stuck with a bunch of birds. I mean, I get it. We just had a Ditto event right before this, but I mean, they didn't have to nerf the event this much. Spring into Spring 2023. Pros include the debut of Cutiefly, Collection Challenge, the debut of Cherry Blossom Pikachu and Cherry Blossom Eevee, and the return of Flower Crown Chansey, Flower Crown Togetic, and Flower Crown Baneri. I think it's safe to say that Flower Crown Pikachu and Flower Crown Eevee are retired because they now have Cherry Blossom flowers, which is the same Pokemon with the same evolutions and the same shiny rate, just a slightly different flower. We did get a new Pokemon, which was kind of cool, but other than that, this is honestly probably the weakest Easter event so far. Because we didn't even get our new shiny, which was kind of weird. But yeah. I'd say this is, since I've been playing this game, this has probably been the weakest spring event so far. Elite Raid Regieleki. Pros. The debut of Regieleki. A timed research gave people candy for Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. And that's it. There were some cons, but this event wasn't as bad as Regidrago when it comes to glitches. They were still there, but a lot of the really bad ones were patched, so I don't think anybody was getting signed out of their accounts against their will. And I think everyone was overall being well rewarded for the raids. But the event had really poor timing because the event was literally on Easter. You know, the popular Christian holiday that tons of people in places like America celebrate. So a lot of people couldn't maximize on this event because a lot of people were celebrating Easter. They couldn't just go out and do raids. That's why I don't really like when Pokemon Go does events on national holidays, because, I mean, people have other lives besides this game. If they had an event on Christmas Day, you're not just going to go out and hunt for Pokemon on Christmas Day. You're going to open presents and spend time with your family. A Mystic Hero. Pros. The debut of Blanque Costume Lapras, special research, and the costume was a one-of-a-kind which made the shiny very rare. I did not get the shiny Lapras, unfortunately, but I know a decent amount of people did because it was a boosted shiny. The only bad thing about this event is something that all of the hero events share. It's the fact that there were no event spawns, which just made the event feel so slow. I really don't like events that have no featured spawns, because if you're just getting regular season spawns, then it makes, like, the event ends before you even know it. So I didn't even know the event ended until after I just randomly checked the page a day after, and I'm like, oh yeah, the event ended. Togetic Community Day. Pros. Togetic was greatly shiny boosted. Togepic was also shiny boosted in the 2K eggs. Togepi, not Togetic. And Togetic evolved during event hours, became Togekiss with the exclusive move Aura Sphere. The only con is that the Togepi family are not new shinies. Sustainability Week 2023. Pros. The release of Shiny Drillbur. The debut of Bounsweet. Your buddy would be on the map longer, bring you presents and souvenirs more often, and would take less walking to earn hearts. Shaman was available globally for everyone and for free. Yes, even for GoFest 2022 participants. So, if you participated in all 4 GoFests last year, then you have 5 Shamans in your account right now. We got more Shamans in less than a year than we got Mews in the entire life of this game. Cons, nothing in particular. There really wasn't anything to hate about this, other than the fact that, Niantic didn't really do anything for sustainability. For the past 2 Sustainability Week events, Niantic always did some sort of charity thing to promote saving the planet, and they would do things themselves to, help keep the planet clean. So, yeah, That was kind of weird, but not really a con, I'd say. Stunfisk Research Day. Pros. The release of shiny Stunfisk. Stunfisk and Galarian Stunfisk were greatly shiny boosted, and spawns were relevant. Cons, nothing in particular. Nothing too crazy about this event, other than the excessive amounts of shiny Stunfisk that everyone but me got. Swinub Community Day Classic. Pros. Swinub was greatly shiny boosted. Piloswine while during given hours became Mamoswine with the exclusive move Ancient Power. And nothing in particular. I can't really penalize Community Day Classics that much because they literally are just repeats of old Community Days. An Instinctive Hero. Pros. The release of Shiny Mantike, the debut of Larvesta, the Unova Platinum Medal can now be achieved, Mime Jr. was appearing globally in eggs, Pokemon hatched from 2K, 5K, and 10K eggs were shiny boosted, the debut of Spark Costume Elekid, and special research. I, for one, actually did get the shiny costume Elekid, which was really awesome because I was super happy, and I will definitely evolve it all the way to an Electivire where I will best buddy it because I am a proud member of Team Instinct. 2 cons this time. One is that Larvesta is just too difficult to get. Granted, it's kind of nice that it's in all 3 eggs, so no matter what, you'll have a chance of getting it. But either way, your chance is just so small. It's a Pokemon that's only a 1% hatch rate in all eggs. And it's a Pokemon that's a 400 candy evolution. So if you don't want to get rare candies, then you are in for an absolutely painful and grueling grind. And the event had no featured spawns, which is pitiful. Kleavor Raid Day. Pros. The debut of Kleavor, the release of Shiny Kleavor, and Kleavor was greatly shiny boosted. Cons, nothing in particular. A pretty cool Pokemon from Legends Arceus. Nothing too crazy. A Valorous Hero. Pros. The debut of Mega Pinsir, the release of Shiny Tapu Fini, the debut of Candela Costume Ponyta, and a special research. The cons is that there were no featured spawns. See where I'm going with this? Fennekin Community Day. Pros. The release of Shiny Fennekin. Fennekin was greatly shiny boosted. Breaks and evolved during event hours became Delphox with the exclusive move Blast Burn. And Breaks and evolved after the event could become Delphox with the new move Mystical Fire. Similar to what they did with Samurott in Razor Shell back in 2021, Mystical Fire was not Delphox's Community Day move, but after Community Day ended, it was added to its move pool. Cons, nothing in particular. Pretty solid com day. Rising Shadows. Pros. The introduction of Shadow Raids. The release of Shiny Shadow Mewtwo. The return of Shiny Shadow Poliwag, Shiny Shadow Machop, Shiny Shadow Sneasel, and Shadow Shiny Beldum. The introduction of Shadow Shards and Purified Gems. New pages of Let's Go were released. And the introduction of the Master Ball. Hands down one of the most anticipated features in Pokemon Go. con something in particular. Thank God this event had spawns, because overall, when it comes to 2023, the month of May was definitely the weakest month so far for Pokemon Go. Because literally the only event spawns that we had were the weekly Spotlight Hour spawns, Fennekin Community Day spawns, and the spawns for Rising Shadows. That is not much at all. So, yeah. That is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Niantic just announced that Season 11 will be titled Hidden Gems. So, yeah. I'm sorry if this was kind of a rant, because I admittedly did rant and talk bad about a lot of things, but I understand, because a lot of people are frustrated, especially with the remote raid pass nerf and all of the money scam stuff that Niantic tried pulling. And overall, Niantic has just been making a lot of really poor marketing decisions lately. And overall, I honestly hope it gets better, because Pokemon Go is a fun game. It is revolutionary for going outdoors, and I really hope that it gets better. And hopefully Season 11, Hidden Gems, will do us some good. Alright guys, that is all for now. Subscribe if you haven't, it really helps me out. I really want to make money, so subscribe. Okay, bye-bye.